Hi guys, I hope you're all really well. Today's video is a little bit different. It is going to be my autumn kind of cooler weather favorite fragrances. Now, I love fragrance. I wear fragrance every single day. It's something that I got from my mum, who as a child I remember her spraying her opium every morning, and she had the puffer that went with it. She always used to apply it with that. Thankfully, her tastes have moved on since the opium days. Those of you that know the fragrance will know that it is quite a strong, I don't want to use the word overpowering, but I'm going to. An overpowering fragrance, not to take away from anyone that likes it, but it is very strong. She used to wear it when she lived in Brunei and Hong Kong, and I think that in the Far East you can get away with wearing those fragrances, but here it's a little bit much. My fragrances normally center around rose scents, but when the weather gets cooler I kind of move towards the spicier sort of side of things. And I picked out the ones that I reach for the most in autumn, and funnily enough they've all got fruity top notes, floral heart notes, and then kind of spicy sandalwood, cedarwood, vetiver kind of base notes. So I'm going to jump straight in, otherwise it's going to be a very, very long video. First up is a perennial classic that launched in 1999, and it is J'Adore Dior. The original one. This is just the original eau de parfum. It's got top notes of melon and magnolia, bergamot, pear, peach, some mandarin as well. Sorry, I have jotted down a couple of notes over here so that I don't forget and get lost. And then the mid note goes then towards the kind of rosy floral side of thing. There's some tuberose, there's some orchid, some freesia, lily of the valley. There's a fruity note in there as well. I think it's plum. It's kind of a rich kind of stone fruit scent. And then the base note is musk, cedar, and kind of vanilla-y. This just reminds me of my friend Lizzie. I actually started wearing this in 1999, so I've been wearing it. Is that right? Yeah, I was in matric. Started wearing it in 1999, and it just reminds me of my friend Lizzie. I think she got me my first bottle of this actually, which is why I think of her. The smell just reminds me of her. You know that your olfactory sense, your olfactory system. Why can I not speak today? Your olfactory system is very, very strong memory based. So you associate times in your life with scents. It's quite a big thing for a lot of people. And this reminds me of my friend Lizzie. Next up is, I want to say it's my favourite scent, but it isn't. I always feel like it is, but actually the original Stella McCartney is my favourite scent. This is a very close second. And it is Prada Infusion de Iris. Looks like this. This was launched in 2007, and I remembered it was my first year working at RougeBeautyGirl as a beauty assistant, and the second I smelt it, I just completely fell in love with it. It's got orange blossom, orange mandarin, and neroli at the top. The heart is obviously iris, unsurprisingly, let's face it. And then the base note is vetiver, Caesar, and cedar. There's no Roman emperors in this scent. Cedar and incense. It's just, it's fresh and warming at the same time. I can't really describe it. It's quite a masculine scent. It's not a sort of flirty floral at all. It's probably the strongest actually my last one I think is the strongest, but it's really, really nice, and I like it for the cooler weather. It works on slightly warmer days and on the slightly cooler days. It reminds me of my days working at Herrera, working under Elaine Nixon Campbell, who, if anyone knows, is a force unto her own. She always used to wear Angel, which is not a scent that I actually like, but I liked it on her, if that makes sense. I cannot wear it. It smells like a cat has sprayed on me. But Angel and Prada are the two scents that I associate most with Herrera. Next up is one that has been around since 1997. I can't believe it. I was in standard 7 when this fragrance launched. I've been using it since 2005, 2006. I've been using it 10 years this year, and it's Carolina Herrera 212, the original. Top notes of orange blossom, cactus flower, mandarin, bergamot, giving way to lily of the valley, gardenia, straight lily, some camellia, rose, and freesia. Did I say rose? Anyway, the packaging is quite cool. It's like this, and then comes apart, and you get 2 little bottles. like that. The reason why I got this, I still remember we were living in London and going on holiday to Morocco, and we got to Gatwick and our flight was delayed for, I don't know, 6 hours. It's only a 3-hour flight to Marrakesh from London, but we were delayed for 6 hours. And I remembered that I'd forgotten to pack a fragrance. So as you do in airports, you go to duty free, and I picked this up because I really like the packaging. And it's just a very nostalgic scent for me because it reminds me of our trip to Morocco, as well as we went from Morocco straight to Portugal, so it reminds me of my trip to Portugal as well. And it was the first time I met the entire onslaught of the Portuguese family, which went quite well despite the language barrier. And it's really, really, really beautiful. The base note of this is just sandalwood and musk, so it dies down to quite a strong scent. But it is just amazing. I do wear this in summer as well. This is actually my backup bottle. I have 2 others, 2 other full sets. So I have 4 others of these little guys. So paranoid am I that I am going to run out of it. I really, really enjoy wearing this as well. Again, I think all scents are reminiscent and nostalgic for everybody. You have memories of things. Some are not good, some are really good. And all of these are obviously good, otherwise I wouldn't be wearing them. Next up is one that feels like it's been around longer than it has. This is Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. It launched in 2001, which, I mean, is 15 years ago, but it feels like it's been around a lot longer. It feels like it was part of my childhood, but wasn't. Anyway, orange blossom, mandarin, bergamot, and orange make up the top note of this, so very fruity. It's got a very fruity punch at the top. Slightly different to the others, it's got mimosa and ylang ylang in the center, as well as some rose and some jasmine. And then the base notes again are a little bit different. Tonka bean, patchouli, and white musk, as well as some vetiver as well in the bottom. So again, it follows the same sort of pattern with the fruity, the floral, and then the spicy, but different in all the notes are quite different. I have a friend who used to be the fashion editor at Herrera, and she only wears Chanel fragrances. So again, this reminds me of her. Her hair bizarrely always used to smell of, She Likes Allure is her favourite Chanel scent. And her hair always used to smell of it. She used to spray it in her hair quite a lot. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I really like the scent though, it's my favourite Chanel scent. And then last but not least, you guys are going to have to hold onto your seats for this and just go with it. It's a fragrance from 1997 and it is my first, I don't like using signature scent, you know, like it's the scent that people associate with you. I don't go out going, this is my signature scent, but it is, are you guys ready? Gucci Envy. And I still have a bottle. Hasn't been available on the market for the longest time, and I went to a warehouse sale, it must have been in 2007 or 2008, and I bought I think 4 or 5 bottles, and this is my last one. Oh, I'm so scared every time I use it. I see it going down and I start panicking that it's not going to be in my life anymore. It's going to be one of those things that I'm going to have this tiny little bit left when I'm 60 and I won't want to use it because then it's gone even though it's off. A friend of mine told me his dad passed away when he was quite young, and him and his brother were dividing up his dad's things, and he's still got a 25 or 26-year-old bottle of Aramis shower gel that still smells the same. It's just silly how we hang on to these things because obviously they're not, I mean, you know, they don't smell great. Although this actually does. I've kept it cool and I've kept it in a dark cupboard, so I'm wearing it today. It still smells good. The top note of this is a bit strange. It's got pineapple in the top note, magnolia, freesia, peach, and bergamot. Bergamot and vetiver are quite a big theme through my fragrances, as it turns out. It's quite interesting to see this thing, so you can actually see what notes you should look out for. If you're interested what notes are actually in your fragrance, go and have a look at fragnatica.com. I will put the link below, and it lists all the notes that are meant to be in there and then shows you how noticeable they are. Obviously it's a very subjective thing because one person could smell bergamot, no one could smell vanilla. Doesn't mean that it's wrong, it's just what you pick up, as well as how your skin reacts to it. Obviously the pH level in your skin and all the chemicals in your skin are going to react differently to the perfume. Like, for example, Dior Poison perfumes I cannot touch. They smell incredible on my sister, on me. It's not good. It's really, it smells like pre-med in a hospital. It's horrible. Anyway, back to Envy. Mid-note, iris, violet, jasmine, hyacinth, rose, and lily of the valley. That is quite a lot, but it's lovely. And then the base note of sandalwood, jasmine, musk, cedarwood, and there's something else in there as well, I can't remember. Oak moss is the base note as well. So it's a very, very manly, hearty base note, which makes it perfect for this sort of weather. And it stays around all day. This is actually the eau de toilette. That's interesting to know. It lasts longer than most of these fragrances for the whole day. And yeah, no, it stays around a really, really long time. Maybe it's because it's so old. But anyway, I really love this. And that's it. It was kind of rambly. I'm sorry. It was a little bit of a trip down memory lane for me, which was pretty cool. Please let me know in the comment box below what fragrances you wear at this time of year, whether you live in the southern hemisphere and it's autumn, or whether you're in the northern hemisphere and you lucky girls are going into spring. I'm not going to say how upset I am about that. Anyway, let me know in the comments box below, and I will see you guys soon for my next video. Before I forget, if you are new, please hit the subscribe button as well as the like button while you're down there, and I will see you soon. Bye!